Alright, looks like we are up and running. We go post a stream announcement, and then we will go ahead and jump over to the gaming stream layout and get started here. All right, let's switch layouts here. Alright, I have the game volume set at about 50%, which should be pretty close to what it was last time when we were playing this. We'll see as people jump on if it's either too soft or too loud. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into training and do sort of a brush up on Zato's moveset. It's been week and a half or so since I was last in here. I don't think it'll really take that long just to sort of do a quick refresh.
Zato 1. Edgy Mito.
This also be a good opportunity to make sure controls and setup are fine. Alright, punch, kick, slash, heavy slash.
Now this. Lend a hand. Thank you. Lend a hand. Great work.
Alright, quarter circle back. I'm just looking at Eddy's summon commands again.
Lend a hand.
Quarter circle forward for most of them. Quarter circle back is recall. One thing that I'm going to need to learn how to do more effectively, and I'm still very much a beginner when it comes to Stride, is learning how to use the Roman cancel system. One thing we looked at a little bit last time was the tutorials explaining how to use the different Roman cancels. There's different colors that do different things. Blue is move cancel, I think. There's a block stun one. There's one that you could do mid attack. And since I'm in training mode, I have infinite meter on the bottom. But normally it'd be 50%. 50% to use one of the respective Roman cancels. And since the last time we were in here messing around with Zato 1, I did get a chance to watch some videos of people playing that know how to use this character and some competitive level play with Zato. And he's interesting. He requires a bit more management and setup because he's essentially a summon type character. But the things you can do with Eddy are pretty interesting. He can be used to pressure, lock down, and sort of force the enemy to get stuck in a position in order for you to capitalize and punish. But as a result, you have to be really careful when it comes to the meter. Because if you deplete Eddy's meter, it will essentially lock him out and take a few seconds to refill. And you'll be able to use any of his specific attacks while it's on recharge cooldown. Crouching heavy slash is one that I see people chain into a lot when they're playing with Zato. Seems like it functions pretty well as an anti-air because it hits upwards like that, but it also can push people up against the wall, and I think that's what's resulting in the wall break. Comes out relatively quick too. I'm assuming it's like a disjointed hitbox, and it hits everywhere around the sort of projectile that's coming up.
Well, hello. On. And then next you say. Weak. Perfection. Direct. Come forward. And then next.
Being able to toss Eddy out for things like the quarter circle forward slash, which is that one right there. I see the potential for being able to do something like toss that out, use Roman cancel to essentially get yourself out of the animation faster, and be able to follow up with moves that are going to capitalize.
Here goes split. Split over.
That was dust. Something I'm still not too good at using. I don't think I've actually used it practically in a fight yet. Basically, it's a free air chain, or a free launcher, rather. And the moves you do out of it sort of depend on timing. But it seems like finishing with the forward heavy slash, which grounded that, seems like it works pretty well.
Watch closely. Come forward. On my feet. Got this. This may hurt. So. This may hurt.
Right, super number one, heavy slash. That one comes up pretty quick. And you can combo directly off the crouching heavy slash as well. Basically, if you can hit them with that and then buffer the input, don't screw the input up like I did. Then once they're in the air from the crouching heavy slash, I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed hit because you can't recover fast enough to get out of it. But the execution is not easy because I guess you can buffer it. You don't have to wait for the move to come out completely. You can buffer the input as soon as you throw the heavy slash and you see it's going to hit. Or crouching heavy slash. There's one command normal. It's either a normal or oh, there it is. Is it back? Oh, that changes based on the distance. From far away, standing slash looks like that. Close up, it changes into this one. Which I wonder if that's a low hit.
This may hurt. Look upon your enemy. This was a turn. Now this. You say something.
Suppose if you really wanted to, you're in kind of a tricky spot and you needed to get Eddy off screen because you threw him out by accident or it was in a less opportune instance, you could throw Roman Cancel and use that to recall him quickly, but it seems like that'd be kind of a waste of meter. Let's see, other super. What was it? I think it's the same motion, just different button. Yeah, that's regular slash.
Split. This may hurt. This may hurt. Lend a hand. Direct it. Well, hello. Over here. Watch closely. A little trick. All yours. Shall we? Stop. Wrong. Perfection. That's right. Perfection. Shall we? That's right.
Messing around with the different bursts.
Shall we? Danger.
Let's go back to the main menu and go through those training examples again, just so I can refresh my memory on what those different colored ones do. I know red is when you're doing it mid-moved, basically move cancel and give yourself additional speed. Where was it? Unique techniques. Yeah. Red Roman cancel. We'll do it with Zato. We went through these with Soul before. Yeah, this is general move cancel. One more. You'll be in an advantageous position even when the opponent blocks the Roman cancels red shockwave. Okay. Yellow one is defensive. This is a guard burst, or not guard burst. This is a guard cancel, I think. If you throw burst while holding and blocking, I believe it pushes them back. But they can block the shockwave if they see it coming. Yeah. That one's pretty straightforward. Purple was... This is for getting out of whiff situations, I think. Let's see what the timing looks like for this one. Yeah, during attack recovery, so it cuts recovery down. Yeah, I can cancel the animation, the recovery animation for stuff, and then evade. Either evade or block. Okay. This blue one, slow down enemies' movement. This is frame advantage, I think. Yeah, it slows them briefly. But you can't be mid-attack. Oh, crouching kick. Oh, crouching kick. Whoops. Crouching kick, standing heavy slash. Looks like that's what they want me to do. There we go. I wonder if I can buffer that. And I think I have to do them in time. If I hit them too quickly, it won't come out. specific timing. Not too slow. I guess I have to throw it right when he stands up, even though technically while he's coming out of crouch, that should be considered standing because I'm not hitting down. Yeah. He's got to come out of the standing animation for me to successfully throw it, I guess. Alright, I think that makes sense. When I was watching some high-level play for Guilty Gear Strive in general, non-character specific, it definitely seemed like the most common Roman cancel I saw was the red one. Let's see. We looked at some of the colors last time. Where's the tan one I used? Was it this one? Pretty sure it wasn't red. Oh, there it is. I like that one. Alright, now we're going up against the computer. I think what I'll do is I will do a couple rounds here, kind of actually warm up in real time. Then I'll try arcade mode. I think it's just a slew of AI opponents, which will probably be more interesting for people watching this than watch me just play the same character over and over again.
Society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Rejoice! You'll be the definition of loser in my dictionary.
Show me what you've got.
Zato versus Leo. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I think we fought against Leo last time. Ow.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
And more aggressive rush down characters are trouble for Zato. He really needs to push the offense and keep pressure on. His moves tend to be a bit slower than some of the other ones.
You fought well against me. Now rest.
Mankind
It's a
music.
tough matchup.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh.
Count me. I just slipped.
Can you stand?
Zato wins. Duel 2.
That was close.
Let's rock.
This may hurt. Over here. This may hurt. Recover. This may hurt. That's easy.
I'm lying down. That's all.
Slap.
I guess I have to meet the aggressive characters with as much
From now
pressure.
on, I'm your boss.
Zato wins.
Alright, let's try arcade mode.
Arcade. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Zato 1.
Route hard? Wonder how it decides which route you get. Is anything like arcade mode in previous games? I think there's character dialogue.
Mankind
There might not be
music making our changed
cutscenes
society.
like there would be in story
So
mode.
instead of
I think they'll
reflecting
talk
on
to each other.
themselves, they blame the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Let's begin your assessment.
Are you unhappy with my performance?
Zato versus Milia. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Eyes on me.
This may hurt. Destroy. Recompose. Weak. That's not.
Slap. Duel
caught her in the toes.
Will that do?
If I were assessing a new recruit, maybe. You have no idea what I'm looking for, do you?
Route extreme. Oh boy, it's time for dolphins.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
I'm on a roll today.
This is pointless.
Zato versus man.
I'm trying to read the words on that little thing on Zato's chest. There it is. Whoops. Nah, that's not what I wanted.
Slap.
Take my hand.
Zato wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
And then this.
Does that get high?
Slap. Zato. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Well, hello.
Aw. That would be a good opportunity for the super.
Without. Viciously.
Oop. Could have been trouble.
Slap.
Nah, got it from behind. Looks like if Eddie's behind them when you throw the heavy slash, that sort of wall counter, he'll move towards them from the other end of the screen. Axolo. I wonder if the route difficulty is based on the matchups for the characters. His May is definitely a difficult matchup for Zato. He's quick, which will hit you with sea life.
That they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. Heaven or hell.
I'm playing the lead here, got it?
This is pointless.
It says something shadow, I think.
Versus Axel. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Great work.
This shit
Second hit? No. This one hits directly in front of him and then all the way across the screen. Yeah, I was lucky.
Take my hand. Zato wins. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ouch.
Should have stopped when you had the chance.
Axel wins. Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Recomposed.
Scared of heights?
Oh, there's the low one that hits full screen.
That was on.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Lend a hand.
Oh, the second hit me.
That was too easy.
Axel wins.
This is a relatively tough match too. There's a lot of different angles his attacks come from.
Popping a lot. Hey, this.
Do you mind? Stop. This was a great mission.
Zato wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Another thing I need to keep in mind in this particular game, which isn't necessarily always the case in fighting games, is that tension meter for supers and Roman cancels and whatnot does not carry over between rounds, resets. So there's no real point in trying to hoard meter. It's really more of a got it, use it if you got it in the right scenario kind of situation.
That was uncalled for.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Recompose. I am blind.
Is that gonna pick up? Yep. Ow. Ouch.
Pretty cool, right?
Axel wins.
Hey, what's up, Pedro Floriano? Welcome to the stream. And
Mankind knew that they
looked away
cannot
for a
change
second.
Society.
got immediately blown up by sickles.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
And then this. This may hurt.
Oh, it's really unsafe. Uh-oh. It's gonna kill. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't kill.
I'm out of your league.
Probably should have gone for the launching one. Because Axel hits from range pretty easily, he can smack my summon before it gets close if I'm not careful. Hey, what's up, Edward? Oh, welcome to the stream. We're continuing with the adventures of Edgy Shadow Man. I'm practicing getting better at the character, and in the process getting smoked on stage 3 of arcade mode.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
How's the game audio compared to the mic and fight stick audio, Edward? I upped it a little bit so you can actually hear the music and the character interactions. Is the balance alright?
Why can't I win?
Game's a bit loud compared to the mic. Okay, I'll drop it a little. Let me pause first. I'll drop it down to -20. Let me know how it is now. I dropped it down under 50% in OBS. I think I had it down lower before the very first time I played this on stream. So if it's still too loud, let me know and I could drop it down to where it was in the past. Oh boy, I'm getting blown up. Ow. Okay. Thanks, Edward. Oh, remember to keep it around -20. Uh-oh. That's gonna hit. Ah.
That was too easy.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh man, I gotta get more familiar with what height I need to block some of those attacks. And also not push buttons.
That was uncalled for.
Granted, this is on normal, so it's good that it's decently challenging because I need to practice. Everett says the music do be pretty good. Yeah, I love the music in Guilty Gear. The last two games, including this one, have vocals, and the vocals are kind of interesting, Englishy vocals. Oh, is that gonna hit? No, thankfully. But Ishiwatari Daisuke is the guy who makes these games and does the music, and the guy's like a metal god. I've been listening to the soundtracks for all of his games, going back to Guilty Gear XX, X and Double X.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Scared of heights?
I actually landed a dust. Uh-oh. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Get up. There we go.
Can you stand?
With Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh wow, that's some vicious zoning.
I'm out of your...
Duel 3. Let's rock.
I'm surprised I was able to block the second hit there.
This may hurt. And then
I was gonna pick up. Oh, nope. That would have been enough to kill, I think. Ah.
Pretty cool, right?
Mankind knew that they... Duel
Getting closer. If I can get him in the corner, locking him down with the quarter circle forward heavy slash seems to be fairly effective. But if I mess up the execution and mistime it, then it's a big punish. Or if I toss Eddy out and he gets clipped, immediately goes into cooldown. Uh-oh. That would have been a better place to go for the burst. Oh man, right in the toes. Ah. I was ahead in the count on that one too.
Chance.
Mankind knew. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, that could have been bad. Oh, that could be really bad. Cool.
Why can't I win?
All right.
This was a great mission.
Zato wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
I wanted to send Eddy back sooner. Uh-oh. Is that gonna hit? Yeah. I think I was just touching down on the ground,
Duel 3.
pressing buttons again.
Let's rock.
I'm surprised he let me throw that.
Hey.
Wow. We got lucky.
From now on, I'm your boss.
Zato.
If the computer had blocked that, then I probably would have been screwed. Route hard. Gold Lewis Dickinson. Big Chungus.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Edward asks, is there an option to have the music just be the instrumentals? I don't think so. I don't even know if they've ever released the soundtracks for last 2 games without vocals.
Eliminating mission obstruction.
If they did, that'd be a cool option. Oh,
Let us
say,
begin.
I'm trying to read the thing on his chest. Something Shadow. But I think the standard tracks have the vocals, which is fine. Again, they're a little bit cheesy and Englishy, but they're still really cool.
This may hurt. Oops.
Ow! That was like a third of my life. That wasn't even the powered up version, too. I think that was just the standard.
Look, it's me.
I think Gold Lewis is a little bit easier to match up against Zato because he's not quite as fast. But he hits super hard, so he doesn't really need to hit you a lot. Uh-oh, that's gonna kill me. Yeah. A giant metal alien concealing coffin right to the chin. Oh, that's right, the orbital laser. Forgot it comes in behind. All right. Edward says that's how Killing Floor 2 works. They give you like a toggle for the instrumental tracks. I don't think... Yeah, Guilty Gear doesn't really do that. Their soundtracks tend to be static. Oh, now we're fighting Ramlethal, oh boy. I have not fought this character with Zato yet. It's time to get smacked by a bunch of swords.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Keep skipping the character introductions. We'll let this one play.
Commencing assessment of the target.
This is pointless.
Zato, versus Ramlethal. Duel 1.
I think I mentioned it in the last session when I was playing this, but I'd mentioned that in Japanese, the voice actor for Zato 1 is the guy who plays Dio. And I went and looked it up, and yeah, he's the guy who plays Dio, at least in the recent JoJo animes. It's Takahito Koyasu. Pretty famous voice actor, so I'm not surprised. He's been in tons of stuff.
Don't like this.
I haven't looked up the English voice cast for Guilty Gear, so I don't know who plays Zato 1's voice in. Uh-oh. Well, that was lucky. I don't know who plays his voice in English. It sounds familiar, though. Okay, yeah, getting hit cancels that super. That's good to know.
Zato wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Ow. Boy, I suck at throwing supers facing the left.
Can't get cocky. You're just getting started.
Alright. Ram doesn't seem too bad. I thought she would have been faster. But there's a lot of stuff that fills the screen when she gets going, though. Wow, I'm surprised I did that first try.
From now on, I'm your boss.
Zato wins.
Route hard. Oh boy, it's Eno. Let's see what these characters have to say to each other.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
This is pointless.
Zato versus Eno. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Wow, I'm surprised that worked.
Once more.
I wonder how many of her innuendo-based English lines you'll be able to hear. Ah. Well, that went better than I thought it was going to go.
I'm bringing you back with me.
Zato wins.
Potemkin. Alright, the other big Chungus character. Heavy hitting, but slow. Also throws a lot.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Put your life on the line if you want to proceed.
Let us begin.
Zato versus Potemkin. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Some of his moves have armor. Oh, is that an anti-air? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Wow. Like, that's about 50%. Just like that, my life lead is gone.
Perfection. Crusade destroy. On. Crusade.
Wow.
Pointing.
It seemed like that super of his grabbed me out of the air. I don't think it's an anti-air grab. I thought it was a point blank, just regular standing grab. Oh, that worked. Edward says, this reminds me you should try the Jacko pose. Yeah, I took a look at Jacko last stream, briefly in the beginning, since there were a couple new characters that I hadn't talked about. I still have to do the character intro videos that I need to record off stream. But I did check out Jacko, and I did do the meme pose. It's just her crouching animation. And it's memeable. I should commission someone to draw my avatar doing the Jacko pose.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Same level?
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they
Alright,
blamed
now we're fighting Nago.
heaven or hell.
Larger character, not quite as slow as Potemkin, a little bit faster, but really heavy, long-range hits.
What a peculiar encounter. Let us battle.
Oh, I got you, Edward. It says, I mean, making the poses thing you did in the other stream. You mean using Clip Studio to make the Jacko pose? Okay.
Zato versus Nakoryu.
That's a really good idea.
The long run, and even I never face two forbidden beast wielders at once.
Does this look like a boss fight?
Follow the code of a warrior. I sense not a shred of peace.
In other words, he's the ideal opponent.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, is she fighting with me? That's interesting. Do we share a life bar? Ow. Whoa. That's kind of fun.
You're in the ballpark. You look useful.
Wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
It doesn't look like we share a life bar. Or I could be wrong. I wasn't in range of that and he died. Oh yeah, okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention when she was actually getting hit. I think we are sharing a bar. Ow.
Disappointing. With more training, you may have stood a chance. I've lived a long...
So you follow.
In other words,
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Whoops. That would have been a good place for a burst.
Losing your nerve. And then this.
Ugh. We can get the characters on either side of him and box him in. It's not too bad.
Losing your nerve.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. Oh, really? Ah, look at that. Magic pixel.
A mishap.
Let's see more of that.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Tsuruyuki!
Well, you can't throw that in the air. Spam. When in doubt, spam. Over and over again.
We barely survived. Had I been focused on protecting you, we very likely would not have made it.
That's how it should be.
He has really
That's
big
what
hands.
It means to be partners.
Once there, everything comes through. I've heard of
Oh, we get credits for arcade mode.
Do you think my broken wings will heal? Hope so.
Yeah, there's Takahito Koyasu as Zato 1.
I wonder if this
What if it'll give me the English voice cast as part of this?
someone's been crying all along.
Game and character design. Ishiwatari Daisuke. I'm assuming he gets music credits too, since I'm pretty sure he does all of the music. He's not the one who's singing, but he's usually the guy who arranges all of the themes and plays guitar. And I think in the first Guilty Gear, in one of them, he voiced Soul Bad Guy. But I'm pretty sure he has an environment. Soundworks. Guitar, Toshihiro Kajihara. I don't see him credited there. Maybe he didn't write the soundtrack for this one. It's possible he has somebody else doing the soundtracks now, but in the past for all the Arc System games, like the Guilty Gear series, Blaze Blue series, Ishiwatari's been the one who's done all of the music. The majority of it, at least.
I haven't talked to my heart for a long time. When did I
There's environment again. They may not know how to spell environment. Wonder if they had any noteworthy animators work on stuff like the cutscenes or the movies. I think all of the cutscenes and actual videos, just in-game engine renders. Which wasn't the case in the past. Everything was hand-drawn in the past. General Director. There's Daisuke again. I can't remember if he founded Arc System. I think he's been working for them for a long time. They're one of my favorite game developers, because I play a lot of fighting games. The Arc System video game properties are a lot of fun. Alright.
Game over.
Okay, I'm assuming I got player experience, or what if I got money for completing that? Alright, let's go back into training mode. I do want to continue to practice with Zato, but let's take a look at... I mentioned before that I wanted to check out Eno. The character introduction videos that I need to record yet will cover Potemkin, Ram, Geo, Gold Lewis, and Jacko up here. If I have time this weekend, I'll try and sit down and record that. But let's see. Let's take a look at Eno again. I don't think we looked at all of the costumes. Oh, that's a neat color scheme. I like the blue and white. Oh, that one's pretty cool too. I like the black and red. There's a lot of color palettes. All right, that's top. Let's go with that white and blue one. Or teal and white. I'll pick a random AI dummy. Alright, let's see. That's right, her dash goes forward and up. It's one of the few off the ground dashes that goes upwards. And her air dash goes slightly down? I guess so. Alright, quarter circle forward slash. She's got a heavy slash one that goes further, it's a little bit slower. Quarter circle forward in the air. That charged. Yep. You can charge that. Looks like it functions like a dive kick. Heavy slash version goes forward. Quarter circle back. That's punch. And you can steer it, that's right. Quarter circle back kick is a flipping move. Comes out pretty fast. We done in the air? Ah, that's the line everyone was talking about on Twitter. Command normal, forward punch, kind of a guitar butt. Standing slash, no command normal. Standing heavy slash, then the mic swing is forward. Yep. Let's see what kind of dust combos does she have? What if you could do that out of dust? I don't think so. I think it's only a string of normals for dust. Alright. Half circle, forward to back is the input. Or half circle, back to forward input. Either slash or heavy slash for her supers. Big one is Megalovania. Yes, just like Undertale. Megalomania. Projectile super. Does it not do the cutscene if you're far away? That's if you do it from far away. Does it have to be point blank to get the cutscene? Yep. Well, that's interesting. I never noticed that. Ultimate Fortissimo is this one. I think Ino is going to be easier to play than Zato, just because she's faster and she's got a bit more of a rushdown game. She's a lot closer to the character archetype I tend to go for in fighting games. So you can do that in the air too if you kick.
Recompose. Recompose. Recompose.
Did you have a punch? No. Kick, slash, heavy slash. The kick one is the sharpest angle. It's like... Alright, let's go test Eno against some actual opponents. I'll go straight into arcade mode this time. Seems like the AI is a bit more difficult than just the straight AI versus. So we'll try that. See how far we get.
Who dares to enter the mayhem?
Plus we get some unique character interactions too. Mirror match? Alright.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Where'd her face go?
That's a lovely name. I feel like I've heard it before.
Oh, I guess she's supposed to be like a mimic?
Is this me from the past? Another ghost of this paradox, I guess.
That's an interesting touch.
Duel 1.
Just a prick. Not yet. Didn't even get me hard.
Duel 2.
Yeah, that's right. I think that move can low profile projectiles. Oh, I think that actually hit.
Why did you hold back? You have no reason to keep me alive. Well, I actually do have a reason. I've never seen someone look so miserable. Damn. Was I always so sappy?
Giovanna. We've not seen this character in action yet. I do know she's very fast and she's a rushdown character.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
trouble. That's an animation straight out of the older games. Canonically, I don't know if they've ever explained why she uses a guitar as her weapon. Not like they really need a reason. Not bad. Wazzy says, that's poor guitar maintenance. Hey Wazzy, how's it going?
Oh, at least you made it to the bridge.
They don't really explain where the sound is coming from either, since as far as we can tell that guitar is not plugged into anything. Anji Mito. Mid-range shenanigans.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
The motto's flawlessness and victory.
I don't do encores.
This particular skin, she has the same colored eyes. Normally her eyes are two different colors. Oh, is that a counter super? Ooh. Ow.
That was just the intro.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a counter super. Alright, this character is way easier to play than Zato 1. Just because her moves don't require quite as much setup.
Beautiful falsetto.
Eno wins.
Chip. Oh boy, fast rush down. He's a ninja. He's also the president of the United States.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
last rites.
I want more than just foreplay.
Eno versus Chip. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Can you keep up?
Surprised it hit me. I'm surprised that beat his super.
Didn't even get me hard.
Eno wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Keep up.
Ow. That's a lot of hits.
I've got you.
Slap.
My mind clears.
Eno loses. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Well, feel good.
Ah, so fast.
Form is
Wow. Okay, that's a tougher matchup.
That didn't even kill much time.
Chip wins.
All right, Ninja Man, I see you.
Mankind knew that they cannot change. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Form is emptiness. Have some of that!
Ow. Aw.
Eno loses. Duel 2. Let's rock.
All fair must fade.
Oh, I was lucky.
You did so good.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Sayonara.
Oh, I think the dash is a startup for that. Ow.
This is the power of a ninja.
Chip wins. Mankind knew that they can. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Well,
All fair must fade.
well,
Ow.
Form is emptiness.
Slap. Too bad. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay, that can combo off an air hit. That's good to know.
Slap.
Go be a ninja.
Man. Duel 1.
Go be a ninja, he says.
Let's rock.
Wow.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Chip doesn't have a ton of health, so he can't take a lot of hits. He makes up for it in speed.
Form is emptiness.
Slap.
not yet. Didn't even get me.
Wins. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Just let it out.
Could have got punished really hard for whipping that. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Ah.
Go be a ninja.
One more couple hits would have done it.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah. I'm trying to throw a super. Oh, that can counter? It's either it can counter or it's invincible on startup.
That didn't even kill much time.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that hit.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
No, that's definitely a hit.
Absolute knowledge.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Can you keep up?
Had the first round pretty decisively.
Go be a ninja.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Wow.
All things.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh boy. Brutal.
This is the power of a ninja.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
kill.
My mind clears.
Form is emptiness.
You know, he combos into that pretty easily. Yep, I'm dead.
Sansei Oroka. That didn't even kill much time.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, command grab.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Form is emptiness.
Enough to kill? Oh, not quite.
This is the power of a ninja.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
A lot of counters.
Slap. Too bad. Duel 2. Let's rock. Slap.
Wow, I got smoked that round.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Uh-oh. I was lucky.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Can you keep up?
Oh, is that gonna be enough to kill me?
Sansei Oroka.
Well, that was okay.
Asamishi Mai.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
There goes my life lead. Finally. Ugh. That's a tough match.
That was a beautiful falsetto.
Eno wins.
Alright, Jacko. I've not fought this character against the AI either.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Trick or treat.
I don't do encores.
Eno versus Jacko. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Because we'll see how those minions are supposed to actually be used. Surprised that hit from all the way over there.
You did so good.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Alright, I guess the AI felt sorry for me after destroying me with Chip for 10 games straight.
At least you made it to the bridge.
Eno wins.
Potemkin. Alright, speed against heavy hitting, potential grappling.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Push yourself to your very limits.
I don't do encores.
Eno versus Potemkin. Duel 1. Let's rock.
command grab. No, I blocked it.
You won't be moving for a while.
Eno loses. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Nope, we're just gonna stand there.
Eno wins. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Well, that's the Aegis Reflector type move.
President Gabriel.
Alright, not bad.
That was a beautiful falsetto.
Eno wins.
Alright, Zato. The second to last stage? See if we can get through arcade mode, and then that'll probably do it for today's session. My hands are starting to get tired.
Society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. Heaven or hell.
My name is Zato 1.
I don't do encores.
Eno versus Zato. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Watch closely.
How about alto? Just let it out. I'm gonna get crazy. Well,
Ooh. Not bad. Have the speed edge on Zato here, but I need to keep him getting Eddy set up. Good thing that can't pick up. I don't think you can OTG with that.
You're muted. Ready to go. Goodbye. There. You're muted. Almost there.
Well, that worked out.
Play with me again.
Eno wins.
Alright, we should be on the last level of arcade mode now. Let's now go again.
Mankind knew that they cannot
Unless it's
change
10.
society.
I guess
So
we'll find
instead of
out.
Reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
If they have cutscene dialogue, then that means it's the last level.
Heaven or hell.
There are demons within you.
Well. What kind of paradox do we have here?
Eno versus
Oh, maybe not.
Nakoriyuki.
He's strong, and he's after you.
Oh, okay, there we go.
And you. Run. I'll buy you some time. The two of us should be able to take him down.
Wonder if he's always the arcade mode boss. Ow. Oh, I almost ran that back too. Hey, what's up, Mega Milk? We made it to a stream. Good to see ya. Ugh. No pressure. Need to try and block the burst from Blood Rage. So much damage in range. Surprised that special didn't kill. Alright.
Mankind knew that
I need to get a round lead early on. Give myself some breathing room.
And you. Run. I'll do the team.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Computer's pretty good at blocking from both directions, huh? Oh man, that Blood Rage super does so much damage.
Out of time.
Hit him down. Whew. Oh, when in doubt,
Lacking reason.
corner spam, I guess.
No need to cut you down.
Yeesh.
You saved me.
The amount of blocking, though. I'm pretty sure that's
Most
the AI,
selfish
because
bastard alive.
a regular human player can't block attacks from
Before
two
you try to
angles
change
like
the
that.
world, Find
Whew.
the parts of yourself that don't change. I don't know if I even have any of those, but there were some things I wanted left unchanged.
Once there everything comes through. I've heard
It was almost a perfect round. Yeah, the tricky thing about fighting Nago is if he gets some of his bigger attacks off, it's a ton of damage. He only needs a couple hits to kill you. Alright. I should be able to skip that.
game over.
Didn't take too long to beat arcade mode with Eno. The fight against Chip took a long time though. I think it was like 10 rounds. But we'll see. Ah, thanks, Milk. What I've been talking about on previous streams for this game is figuring out which character I wanted to main and which character I wanted to pick up as a secondary. I played through Arcade earlier on the stream with Zato1, who's my main, and I'm thinking about picking up Ino as a secondary. She's a lot easier to play, but I still need to learn her moveset a little bit. Yeah, I definitely think Zato is a more technically difficult character. It's not as fast, so a lot of his moves involve setup, since he has a summon. Ino can be played a little bit more straightforward, because most of her attacks don't involve too much setup. You just have to know where they hit. I have to... Milk says, I know nothing of the game other than their hot characters. Well, that's not technically true. If you've been on social media, then you definitely know about Jacko. Milk says, I've been out of the fighting game sphere for years. Fighting games have definitely still continued to evolve, and the scene is very diverse now, even more so than I'd say about 10 years ago, which is great. A lot of people are getting into fighting games, and they're, in general, pretty accessible. This one, I missed the last iteration for Guilty Gear Xrd and Rev. When they announced that Strive was going to be coming out on pretty much every platform, I said I gotta pick it up and try and get back into Guilty Gear since it's been so long. But yeah, it's been fun. I've got some work to do on covering some of the other characters in an offline series I've been working on. Yeah, this is what you've probably seen if you've seen anything about Guilty Gear Online. The memes. Oh, that is an idle pose. Everybody's been doing the Jacko challenge. I need to go into Clip Studio and make a character model doing the meme pose. Someone asked me earlier. I gotta do it. No, it says I got out of it because I chickened out my first tournament because I wasn't good enough. What fighting games did you used to play? Like, which game did you play enough that you wanted to go to a tournament for? That's such a goofy pose. Should look up and see if she had that exact frame of animation in Xrd or Rev 2 when she first came out. I'm gonna say no, otherwise I would have seen it back when that game was really big. Milk says, I played a lot of Blaze Blue, Tekken, Dead or Alive, and Skullgirls. Ah, that's cool. I played Blaze Blue way back in the day, the first couple iterations for Chrono Phantasma. I suck at Tekken. I'm not a big fan of Tekken. I've never played Dead or Alive, and Skullgirls is one of my favorite games in fighting games. I have not covered Skullgirls on the channel yet, but I plan on doing that eventually. I used to play a lot of Skullgirls online. It was before a lot of the chaos with the ownership happened recently, and I have not played with Annie, who's the character that came out several months ago. But yeah, Skullgirls is awesome. I love the style of that game, and their story about them continuing to survive despite tons of problems as an indie fighter, pretty good. It is good that they kind of got out from under Mike Z at Lab Zero, and now they're continuing development. And the new character is in demo right now, Umbrella. But I need to do some stuff with Skullgirls. Milk says, bruh, Skullgirls was the last game I played fighting game wise because I love the lore and the VCs. The lore and art of Skullgirls and music are all super top notch. Really like the character design, and the voice work is excellent. I main Fukua in Skullgirls, which I don't know how popular she was, but she was a lot of fun to play. Like, let's say Fukua main, secondary is a toss up between Valentine and Painwheel. I'm gonna go fill my water bottle. I'll be back in 1 sec. I would try and tape my fight stick in the down position so you guys can stare at the pose, but that could get me demonetized. Give me 1 sec, I'll be back. Oh, my model really spazzes out when I step away for just a sec. Milk says, I'm still distraught about losing the voting for new characters. I know when the new ownership took over for Skullgirls, they announced it was a character pass pack, right? With Annie and now Umbrella. Is it 3 or 4 characters are in development? Or were in development, and the second one's about to come out. Makes me wonder who else they're going to add for the rest of that character pass. And honestly, most of us that have been keeping track of Skullgirls thought the game was dead. Especially once all of the stuff with Mike Z and the misconduct came out. Everyone thought Skullgirls was DOA. And the fact that the publisher was able to kind of switch hands and basically take the entire game over is really good for their development. But my money is on Black Dahlia. Yeah, you read my mind, Milk. I think it's a really strong case for Black Dahlia. I think Minette is another possible one, since she's been featured in the story, and they probably had sprite work for her already. Panzerfaust was another one. He was kind of like Potemkin looking character with like a tank on his arm. I think he's a possibility. They could add Marie as a playable character. Seems like there's a lot of the cast on there. I'm gonna have to go and take a look at what people have been saying. I think I bought the pass, so I might actually have access to the demo version of Umbrella. I play Skullgirls on PC, and I haven't played it in a while, but I still have it installed on here. I'd say if you, Milk, if you have it on PC and you want to get into it, let me know. Because I've been out of Skullgirls for a while, but I've been meaning to get it back into it. It'd be good to have people to play against that aren't super competitive hardcore pros like 90% of the scene. Oh, you had it on PS3? I had it on 360 first, but that was before Encore. So the latest version that I have is on PC. That's where I bought the character pass. Game runs really well on Steam. I've been meaning to do some stuff with Skullgirls. I wouldn't mind doing some streams or some videos on them's fighting herds too. That game I've played much more recently than Skullgirls. Oh, Milk says I've been out of it for years. Be fighting a toddler. Yeah, it's like riding a bike though. Takes a little bit to get back into it, but a lot of it is just practice. But yeah, Skullgirls is good. I mentioned them's fighting herds since it was built off of the same Zero engine. I've been out of that game for about 6 months and I missed the latest character that came out. Them's fighting herds is a really fun game. I've played a lot of that online. Oh, Jacko was... Oh yeah, that's right. Summon and minion based. I know nothing about how this character plays. I also wouldn't mind doing some videos on Killer Instinct. That's another one that I play, or I played a lot of, been out of for a bit. Alright, yeah, that's cool, Milk. Just let me know. Give me a shout on Twitter or something if you end up getting back into fighting games. At some point soon, I'm still practicing with Guilty Gear. At some point, I'll go online and play against random people, and you guys can watch me get absolutely annihilated by people who've been playing this game for a lot longer than me. That'll probably be coming soon. I feel like I could probably do okay with Ino and Zato 1, but given how long people have been playing this, it's gonna be a rough entry point. But I would like to feature some other fighting games here on the channel. On this machine, besides Skullgirls, Them's Fighting Herds, Killer Instinct, I also have Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6 is one of my favorite recent fighting games, or Soul Calibur series specifically, I've played a lot of. And 6 is fun. It's a pretty good game. I don't know how active the online is for 6 now, but I imagine I could probably still find matches. But I think we will go ahead and wrap up for today. I need to practice more fighting games and build up some endurance in my hands, because after doing this for almost 3 hours, my hands are getting sore. Milk says, do you play mostly fighting games? Here on the YouTube channel, so far Guilty Gear is the only fighting game I've played live. I tend to play kind of a mix of things. I've mentioned before that I don't play shooters because I suck at them. We are playing through Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. That's been on a bit of hiatus because I hit a point where I need to grind a little bit, but we've gotten about maybe a third of the way through Shin Megami Tensei. Other than that, I tend to bounce around between games a little bit. I've done a few streams of retro games, 8-bit stuff, like NES era games. I've done a couple streams where I played Slither.io. That was where the Beatbox Challenge stuff came from. If you take a look through the archives on the channel, you can see all of the random stuff I've played so far. But as far as multiplayer stuff, probably fighting games. Fighting games are the most readily types of games I play. My problem with shooters is my eyes get really messed with because of the high speed, and I don't have good reflexes. So things like Apex and a lot of the other ones that are pretty popular right now, I can't play because I can't see too well. But other than that, I've been kind of polling the chat on stream about some other things to look at. There have been a couple suggestions for some other games to do beatbox challenges for, like a You Die, You Beatbox challenge is what I've done on Slither.io. And those have been pretty fun, but some people were saying, what if I did something like Jump King? That's one of them that we talked about a little bit. That game is ridiculously difficult. I may put up a poll online, like, how would you guys like to see me suffer for like a punishment stream? But I don't know how amusing it's going to be to watch me consistently suck at a game and die. Oh, yeah, another one we've been playing recently on stream is a mobile game that I'm playing through BlueStacks here on my PC. It's a mobile game called Punishing Gray Raven, and it's a gacha type game, obviously, but that one is like a character action waifu fighting type game. We've done that for a few streams, and I need to get back to that one too. That game's pretty fun. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily that good at it, but it does run decently. And Milk says, oh no, gacha games. I don't play a ton of gacha games now. One of the running memes on the channel here, I think Wazzy's already gone, but she was here earlier. She likes to roast me because I mentioned playing Raid Shadow Legends, which has now become a running gag on my channel. But I've not played that on stream because I don't think that would be fun for you guys to watch. Milk says there's also a mobile Skullgirls. Yeah, I've never really looked into that one. That one had been in constant development for a bit, and then the company that actually was developing it is the one who took over ownership of Skullgirls. I wonder how that runs through BlueStacks. I should take a look. Yeah, I try and avoid the giant void of gacha games, but a bunch of people have been recommending Punishing Gray Raven, and it's not super aggressive with its gacha mechanics. Oh, Mobile Skullgirls, it's fun, but it's more about color counters. I'll have to look into that. Is Skullgirls mobile, is that free to play? Or do you have to buy it to download it? That might be worth looking into, at least to explore and see. I'd probably do at least a stream or some videos on the original Skullgirls first, but looking at the mobile one, it might not be a bad idea. Oh, it's free. Okay. That's good to know. Oh, it's a gacha game, so you pull different characters. I know very little about that one other than it's been going for a bit. It's not like a true fighting game, but it's based on the lore and setting for Skullgirls proper. Well, that's cool. I'll have to take a look. Now that I have a platform to be able to play mobile games here on my PC and stream them, and I do want to see what's out there, what might be fun to play here on stream for you guys. I know a lot of people play Genshin Impact. I've been asked about that one a couple times. I have not gotten into Genshin Impact. That one seems like a potentially very deep rabbit hole. You play Genshin, right? I think that's what you're playing on stream. I saw one day. Milk. It looks really cool. I really like the character design and environments of Genshin. It's mostly just the potential time and money commitments. Everything I've seen about it looks good. Everybody I know plays it. They sort of... Every time I've talked to someone about playing Genshin, they always mention that they begrudgingly play it, which I don't know if they're joking or if they're serious, but based on what I've seen, the game looks fun. If I was ever going to do like a marathon stream, kind of like a subathon type thing here on YouTube, that might be a good pull to motivate people to come and watch. Something like I'm going to play Genshin Impact for like 8 hours straight, just getting into it and see what happens, see if my brain melts. Milk says, I'm super behind and use it as a collect things simulator. It seems like there's a lot of content in Genshin from what I've heard. And it's not a primarily competitive game like a PvP type game. So it seems like a lot of the things you'd spend money on are primarily progression and obviously pulling characters versus needing to beat certain other players in the game, so you have to pay more money. That being said, I do know people who spend a lot of money on Genshin. I've mentioned on stream here that one of the gacha games that I've spent a lot of time on that I still play now, not quite as much, and I haven't spent money on it in a couple of years, is it's Korean developed game called Epic 7. It's actually, I have a background from Epic 7 that I use in one of my other stream layouts. That's a really fun game. Milk says the money for characters and items. Oh, it's for characters and items, but you don't need to whale to do well. Yeah, that's what I've heard. From what I've heard on Genshin, the grind is real if you don't purchase stuff, but there's nothing really essential that you need to spend money on in order to play through the game. I've heard that the character leveling and kind of mastery system can be a chore to get through, but again, it's not really progression gates for what you buy. That's good. One of my friends played a lot of Honkai Impact, which is what that studio was working on before Genshin, I believe. And I don't know too much about that one. Oh, Milk says, I haven't really felt the grind. From what I've heard, a lot of the grind comes from wanting to min-max characters and equipment. Again, I don't know a lot about Genshin, so I can't really speak on it. But if you wanted to have, let's say, like a maximum powered character with the best gear for doing whatever content, what I've heard, that can be difficult to do if you're trying to, again, min-max. But I've also heard that you don't need to in order to play through content, which is good. I've seen plenty of other games where the model is primarily driven on needing to whale in order to get places. And I tend to avoid games like that because it's no fun to have to basically throw down cash and whatnot in order to progress. That's never fun unless you're rich, and I'm definitely not rich. messed around with my profile on this. Can make an avatar. Milk says I actually made an alt account for Genshin to do a challenge on my own, like a free-to-play account, just to see how far you can get. I did that in Raid recently. That's always fun, just to see, like, starting the game over, knowing what you know after playing it for a while, and knowing how to kind of optimize your run, and knowing how to get farther without spending any money. That's always a good time. Oh, I see. So if your main is a free-to-play, you're just basically doing an alt account from scratch, just to play through the game and I guess see how you can play it better, or see how far you get. Body type: male, female, figure, big, small, average. Gotta rep short kings. Skin. Ooh, blue. Alex says, but I want to do MC till AR 10 and base characters till AR 45. I'm assuming that's some sort of level progression in Genshin. Again, I don't know much about the game, but that sounds like either a character or player level. And I know wishing is the pull, the gacha pull system, right? There's a lot of hair options. Oh, AR is adventuring rank. Is content gated behind AR? Is that how it works in Genshin? I wonder if I could do a different color of Kai's hairstyle. But nope. Trying to create a hairstyle that's close to my model. Open shirt's not bad. That looks kind of like a leather jacket. Milk says, I want to see if you can do everything with the characters they gave you for free. You can do more the higher your AR you have. Right, so content based, like level gate type thing. Pants. Thick pants. Soul boots, sky boots. Sky boots aren't bad. Oh, those match. Pretty in-depth character avatar customizer for such a simple style. Hats. I wonder if they have headphones. Maybe not under hats. Hey, you get equipment, weapons. The big shoes are huge. Yeah, I think some of the other characters, like Potemkin. Potemkin's got these massive stomper boots. You have some big, ultra thick boots on your character if you wanted to. Scalpel. How do they not have headphones? I wonder if there's accessory packs you can buy for cosmetics. I keep the metal bat for bonking people if I need to send someone to horny jail. You could just do a random one if you wanted. That's funny. Oh, you can obtain new parts by fishing. That's what it said. How do you fish? Oh, there you go. This is the Guilty Gear Gacha system. Well, I guess before we wrap up today, I can take a look at what this is. I've never seen this mode before. You'll be able to fish gallery items, artworks, BGM, and avatar parts. Alright. Oh, this is what you use the dollars for. I could do a 10 pull or a single pull. I got money just for beating arcade mode. I got like 2,000. Alright, we'll do a 10 pull. Let's see if you guys in chat are good luck. Character portrait, Potemkin. Did not let me see what else I got. Nook says, wait, this is an actual gacha system? Well, the cash that you get, I believe you just get from playing the game, playing different modes, and I'm assuming playing against people online, you just get cash over time. I imagine if you wanted to just throw down and unlock everything, you could pay money, but I'm pretty sure you don't need to. Well, we unlocked a bunch of stuff, so I guess we can see what that is. I'm sure there's headphones in here somewhere. Let's see. It's gonna tell me? I have no idea what I unlocked. I didn't read all the little icons before I hit a button. Maybe, oh, it said gallery, right? Jump to next subcategory. Key visuals, character portraits. Oh, music, movies, artwork. This not where the character unlock stuff is? I guess not. Huh. Let's try and do that again and see if it actually tells us where all of the stuff is going. Not like I'm spending my money on anything else. Oh, artwork, BGM, movie clips, and gallery mode. Assuming all of the character bits just dump in the character customizer. Rare fish. When you fish up an item you already possess, you will obtain a rare fish instead of the item. Having 10 rare fish will guarantee you to obtain one item you did not possess the next time you fish. Oh, that's nice. Hey, it's a pity system. Alright, alright. Oh, right here I can just scroll through it before I actually hit a button. Gold Lewis costume color 2. Okay, alt palettes. Hey, headphones. Color 5. Nice. We'll take a look at that. Danger bike. Kung Fu pants. Field event. Music. Ancient armor. Okay, alt palettes and additional cosmetic unlocks. We may have done it. I'm gonna assume hats. There we go. Headphones. Not exactly the right color, but I'm assuming there's probably like a white one in there somewhere. That would be on model. Wonder if I can toggle them here without tabbing out. There you go. That's what my headphones look like. I normally have the headphones on when I'm doing music type stuff here on stream. When I'm doing regular gaming or chill stuff, I don't usually have the headphones on. I'll have to make a note as I rack up more cash to go and fish and try and get more cosmetics for my character to wear. That's fun. Oh, replay archive. I bet there's a central place where people upload replays. You can watch matches. I will not deal with that right now. Yeah, that's a neat feature too. If you want to watch the pros out there in the scene duke it out. Key visual. This is concept artwork. Opening movie. Milk says also to do VOD reviews. Yeah, that's true. Oh, look at all these trailers. I'm surprised this one's not unlocked. This is the opening of the game. I thought about doing like a watch or analyze Guilty Gear matches, but I don't know if people would really find that interesting if I pull up match footage from YouTube and just sort of analyze them. If I was better at the game, then I might have more to say on it. It would probably be a lot of me saying, oh, that's cool, and I didn't know that character could do that. All right. Well, it's good to know there's more customizable stuff that I can use for those dollars. I honestly wasn't paying attention to that total countdown or total count of my cash in the upper right. My overlay logo is kind of obscuring it a bit, but I've got 7,000 W dollars, whatever the W stands for. Survival mode. Yeah, I get the feeling I wouldn't last too long in survival mode. Huh. Fish stream when? Okay, fish stream when? It's a good question. Maybe I will do some research into what modes give you cash. You know, random CPU matches versus playing survival or playing arcade. All I've really done is play arcade and CPU. I haven't played online. But that could be something fun that we do on another stream one day. If I get more money, you can sit there and watch me do gotcha pulls on the fishing mini game. Clearly, you guys are good luck. I got headphones, my second 10 pull, so that's good. If I had super chats enabled on here, they could put it towards the Guilty Gear cosmetic fund. Yeah, I think we will go ahead and wrap up for today. It was fun to play through a bunch of matches with two characters that I'm learning in Guilty Gear. When we come back, I'll have to think about what I want to focus on. Maybe I will start doing random matches if you guys really want to see me get murdered that badly. But as usual, thanks to all the folks that stopped by to hang out. It was good talking to you, Milk. I'll probably see you online at some point. This weekend, the next stream I'm doing is Sunday, I believe. I'm going to check my schedule. But I'll be doing my first ever media share where I curate a bunch of videos and show them to you guys and talk a little bit about them. And the first media share is going to be beatbox content. So it'll be stuff from the beatbox scene. I've been talking about it for like 10 streams now. So that'll be fun to put together and talk about. But yeah, Milk, I'll see you on Twitter, and I'll see if I can catch your streams one of these days when I get a chance. Yeah, we will go ahead and wrap up. So I will catch you folks later. Have yourselves a good evening.